Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah. I met you on Facebook, man. We supposed to do this interview or whatever. You want to do it now or you want to do it later?
Sure, man. What's going on?
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, for sure. So just all right, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, man. So man, how's your time been in the community, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself, a little introduction, about yourself and everything.
Oh, am I live? Am I recording?
Yeah. We're actually recording.
Oh shit. Okay.
Right. My bad, dude. I apologize. I should have told you, dog.
It's all good.
Yeah, for
where
sure,
you at, man?
Fuck, man. I'm in fucking Irvine right now, man. Beautiful, fucking sunny Irvine.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah. So I seen your post. I know we were talking the other day, and you got some stylish pictures going up time to time. They motivate me to get out there.
Yeah. So,
pictures of beautiful women.
Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, I mean, like, what's your whole approach when it comes to, beautiful women and just seducing beautiful women? Like, what's your whole angle on it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, are you one of those cats that's just like, fuck it? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, were you like born around cats that was just already good with women? I mean, like, what's your whole thing, man?
I'm really strategic about it. I like your accent, man. You sound kind of ghetto.
Thanks, man. You too. I was just fucking, man. I'm from East Oakland, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, that's good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? International player. You know what I'm saying?
Really,
yeah,
man?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure, man.
Yes. My angle, I'm gonna have to say is more like strategic, like military.
That's interesting coming from you, man. Like that's really interesting, man. Because when I see you, bro, it seems more like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is more like a slick natural. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you're not a slick natural, but like But I mean, if you come strategic, I mean, that's gangster right there. Like, that's like knock some shit out, man. You might as well be a fucking sniper or something, bro. I mean, Jesus fuck.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people, or a lot of ways to describe me. I had 6 years ago, I had like absolutely no skill and like a complete wallflower.
Wow.
I probably read, I want to say between maybe 400 and 600 books, like over the last, 5-6 years, all in the self-help, metaphysics,
what? That's crazy.
Yeah, I pretty much read like every book in Barnes and Noble or so.
Jesus.
So what?
I said, Jesus Christ, bro. Wow, talk about strategy, man. You're a walking nightmare, man. You're a ticking time bomb waiting to go off, man. You got knowledge, bro. That's a lot of leverage, man. That's a lot of leverage. But keep going, boss. I apologize for interrupting you. A lot of strategy.
Oh no, that's all good. Yeah, I went into like reading like the Art of War, 48 Laws of Power. I have like a whole library in my closet. Influence, persuasion books. Like 50 Cent, Robert Greene, and man, I think I spent like $3,000 on David D'Angelo stuff, bought all the mystery stuff. Then once I started to layer, that was like a good source of basically black marketing. With everyone in the community was like, hey, whatever knowledge you have to bring to the table, we're going to put this all on one big hard drive. And we had like, terabytes of information to pick up and seduction and everything. And
yeah. What was it?
By the time.
Okay. Go ahead.
I spent most of my time learning that stuff, and then it's nice, man. I don't know if you ever watched Star Wars when Episode 1 when they're talking about you ever encounter a Jedi Knight, you're not going to survive this. So it's like being an empty way. It's like the girl's like she's not going to survive it.
Yeah, man.
I'm on the attack. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so you're Vegas layer, is that it? Or
well, yeah, I used to run the Vegas layer. I don't anymore.
But But still, man, that's a fuck of a layer to rent, man. You know, you're a host for a lot of cats, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to keep on a good face for a lot of motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a big responsibility, what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Comparative to most guys in the community. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Like, it was cool, man. When I started the Vegas lair, you know, there was a small lair over here in Chinatown. They were pretty much just meeting up, you know, every 2 weeks. They'd eat dinner and they'd talk about pickup, but they didn't want to go out. And I was the only one that was like, okay, we're gonna talk about this stuff, but you guys aren't gonna put it into action. You know, that's not like a real success formula right there.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck this, and I was like, you know what? I found this site called beatup.com, and I was like, well, I'm going to make my own lair, and everyone kind of like was betting against me. You know, my friends I was talking about, like,
yeah, fucking assholes, man. Fuck that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That pisses me off. Like, I feel you, dog. Motherfuckers betting against you. Next thing you know what I'm saying? They all over your jock because you run the lair, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you did that, though, man. I'm glad you saw that.
Yeah, I put that out there, and then I put some ads on Craigslist, and next thing you know, it was like, boom, we had like over 150 members, and we were just going out like every night, man. And it was great. Got really good, and then I went on that road trip with Bad Boy. Did like a 22-city tour across America, and talked to like thousands of guys about pickup, and then got on that magazine cover, and then it just kind of took off from there. So.
Yeah, you know, the first thing attracted about you, bro. I mean, like, you know, just looking at your, you know, because, you know, you're on Facebook, you don't have much to go on, you know what I'm saying? You know, you go by the profile picture, you know, shit like that. The profile picture's hella dope, man. You know what I'm saying? You look like a powerful cat. You know what I'm saying? You're a dark gangster, badass, you know what I'm saying? But also extremely intelligent, you know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, like, the last name, I can't pronounce it, like, but it's hella smooth. It looks hella sick, man. I dig that.
Thanks, man. It's Jaunzemis. It's Latvian.
Yeah. You said it's Latin for what? Or say it again?
It's pronounced Jaunzemis, and it's Latvian.
Oh, okay. Jaunzemis?
Yeah, that almost goes. People just call me Ryan J.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. That shit looks hella smooth, man. I wish I was fucking. I think most people off top would be like more smooth if they had that fucking name, dog. Honest opinion. I think that's just saying. Yeah, that's just a side note, man. So you go, you know, 22 city tour, you know what I'm saying, with Bad Boy. You did really well. Tell us about all that, man, how that's an experience, because, you know, you're going from a guy who's, you know, you got cats betting against you, you know what I'm saying, in a Chinese restaurant or whatever, you know, and then you go to, you know, guys got, you know, the whole city of pickup artists absolutely loving you, and you're loving your work, what you do, your knowledge base, the whole 9 yards, everything. Then you going on a 22 city tour with one of the biggest and well-known pickup artists that was like probably like #1 at the time, probably, right? Correct? Like he was like, it was like move over mystery, you know, here's Bad Boy type of deal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's how it was a few years ago,
guys,
you know.
and I would call him like the mystery of Europe if I was going to put some kind of title, because, you know, it's all the same thing. It's just a different style, but it was awesome to learn, like, because I used to like run indirect, and then hanging with him was like the creator of direct method. So then I got that kind of training, and then trained with a couple other guys that did like NLP, and then like, you know, Adam Lyons and some other people. Pretty much my method became more like, I would just classify it as liquid, you know, because I changed from girl to girl depending on what I need to do to get the job done. My method is a little different. I know, like, every sport has its evolution, you know, as time goes on, and I've developed a lot of new methods. They're not necessarily out there in the public light yet, but I hope when this book comes out and this DVD that I'm making is going to change the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, you know what I'm saying, it's going to change the people that know about you and then know about your wealth of information. First impression that I get is like, goddamn, this guy is so well versed and versatile. I mean, just for the simple fact, it's like, oh, well, you know, I mean, dude, I mean, like, You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can roll with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? You look at your pictures, you can look at your wall, you can look at your profile picture. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you read like 600 books, man. You know what I'm saying? Like within like a 3-year period. I mean, you know, you're well versed, man. And I mean, that's you know, like that versatility, that flexibility is insane, man. It's
Yeah,
ferocious,
it's like all
man.
about immersing yourself in your art form. You know, whatever you're doing, whether that's skating or baseball or some kind of sport, like whatever you're doing, it's kind of like right now, I'm trying to step up my game. I'm actually learning Chinese so that I can go over to Chinatown and open these chicks in their own language and connect with them on a whole new level. Whereas before, like, I'd be getting blown out, and now I'm immersing myself in this language so I can like walk up to a set of Chinese people and sit there and open them like in their own language, and it's not like, oh, some guy's trying to hit on me. Like, he actually took the time to learn my own culture. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. That's smooth, man. That's really smooth, man. Like I mean, so is that what you like? You like the Asian girls mostly, or like what type of girls you like? I mean, what's your preference?
Yeah,
What's your preference?
I've never really messed with Asian chicks. I'm more into like white chicks. But I want to see. I'm gonna learn this language just to go out and prove that my theory works on this. Because we would be going out talking to like Asian girls. They're like, we don't speak English, and I'm thinking, bullshit. I just heard you talking English, and you know. But she still tried to give you that bitch shield. But I was like, all of a sudden, I start speaking in their language, and I got a crazy different response. I was like, what is going on here? So I know that they're going to do this. And then the other day, like, you know, this chick said I heard she was Russian. So I went on Google Translator real quick and typed in a phrase. I memorized it real quick in the bathroom and came out and started speaking in Russian. And then she was like, and I was like, oh, whoa, what is this? This is a whole new level of game, dude.
Yeah, no, that's smart though. Like most guys don't take the initiative to go out there and just like, you know what I'm saying, hit the Google Translate right quick and they communicate with that girl, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole nother raw level right there. You know what I'm saying? That's real raw, man. That's real smart. So I mean, like, give us the outline of some of the newer concepts, the new epiphanies that you're going through right now, man. That you're seeing right now, because I got this one, man. I'm gonna lay on people. People are gonna be like, damn, I can't believe this shit exists, man. I want to hear some shit like that, man, because I know you're there.
Well, like, you know, what I base one of my primal techniques on, I call it assessing your target market, and I got a short video of it on YouTube. But really, what it's about is that what I notice is these guys get in the community, and you know, they want to just go out and sarge, and they're like, oh, we need to open 12 sets tonight within 4 hours, and we got to talk to 800 people this month. And I'm like, that's bullshit.
That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna do it that way, you know what I'm saying, you better open up unlimited sets, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit should be a buffet, man. All you can eat, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? All you can do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm all ears. You said cats open 12 sets a night. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, that was how it was, you know, a couple years ago, 15 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever. But now it's like you only need one fucking approach to get the girl. So I'm more into like sitting at home, and I will just say like, okay, what is my target market? Okay, I want this type of girl. So I say like, you know, how old is this girl? Where does she hang out? What does she look like? What color is her hair? What color is her eyes? You know, okay, so what kind of lifestyle does she lead? So that should know, like, if I'm trying to get this girl, she's probably going to be at such and such venue on such and such date and time. And then I basically...
Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you journal this? Do you actually journal this stuff? The epiphanies that you have, like, about, you know, brown haired chicks, or, you know, like I could have we all stereotype, bro. It's how people are. We have no choice but to do it. I don't say look at it as a bad thing. I say look at it as a bad thing if you over stereotype. You know what I'm saying? If you miss your mark by ridiculous amounts, majority of the time, or you stereotype to the point where you're like alienating people. You know what I'm saying? And making them, you know what I'm saying? But everybody stereotypes to a degree, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying is this, like, you know what I'm saying, to be able to so you like written different like journals on like, you know what I'm saying, oh, this girl, she has chestnut hair or whatever, you know what I'm saying, she's probably more, you know, cool, aloof or whatever, aloof or whatever the fuck, I don't know how to pronounce that word, you know what I'm saying, you know, aloof or whatever, and just like cool and stuff like that, or like how do you like
No. Here's what I'm talking about. Like, let's say you came to me, like, let's say a client comes to me and he's like, you know, I want to get a girlfriend, and I'm like, okay, you know what you're looking for. Most guys, they don't have a clue. It's just like, oh, I like them hot. And I'm like, okay, well, what's hot to you? Because that's different to everybody. And let's say this guy says, like, well, I really like Latin girls. I like Mexican girls. And I'm like, okay, well, where have you been charging? And he's like, oh, well, I go to all the clubs, like Pure and Tris. I was like, well, yeah, it's cool if you want, like, white, young, 22-year-old blonde party girls, but if you want a Latin girl, you need to go to Latin Night at the Crown nightclub. Like, that's where the Latin girls are on Monday night in Las Vegas. Like, if you go anywhere else, you're wasting your time. And he's like, oh,
exactly. Yeah. You want to know this theory I came up with, man? I was talking to this cat, man. He came to me for some coaching or whatever. I was like, dude, man, you know what I'm saying? You know how many geeks done fucked, you know, hot-ass, freaking gorgeous, amazing, freaking Playboy bunnies in this world? You know what I'm saying? Thousands and millions and billions and zillions. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know what I'm saying, you're not fucking Playboy bunnies doesn't necessarily mean that your game isn't ridiculously tight. What it means is that you're not at the fucking Playboy mansion. If you want to get those types of girls, you know what I'm saying, at a ridiculous level, you know what I'm saying, then you're going to be at the place with the fucking Playboy bunnies and the painted girls and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where they are and exist in that place, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because otherwise you're just running around, you know, opening fucking sets, asking random chicks what they think about tattoos and shit. Like, you know, like, it's kind of a waste of time. It's fun, but, you know, if you want real results, you gotta, like, there's a
So you basically starting at the base, fixing the fucking base of the fucking problem from the get-go, the base of why guys are so goddamn miscalibrated in the first place. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if we're going to that level, it's more like, if I do coaching, I usually, like, well, my first session is, like, I'll usually go to their house, and, you know, I'm going to look at their living environment to be like, is this a place you could actually bring a girl back to? Because I see these guys with some fucked up houses, fucked up bathrooms, pukes on the toilet. Like, I can see, like, as soon as I open their fridge, I know exactly, like, what their diet is. I can look under their fingernails and on the tongue to see if they have a fucking vitamin B deficiency, or if they're, like, low in beta-carotene and stuff. I could be like, wow, like, your diet is fucked up, your health is fucked up, your house is fucked up. How are you going to bring a chick back to this, you know? You don't even pay your fucking power bill, so they're like, oh, fuck. Like, I'll more start at the base of all their problems and then build it back up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's where you've probably done a lot more one-on-one stuff than 98% of these cats out here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might see a guy with a product here and there. It seems like you're more on a ground roots level, which is the kind of cats I like to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I think those are the most impressive overall of in the community. You know what I'm saying? The most impressive fish in the sea to me. You know what I'm saying? Is a ground roots guy.
Appreciate it. Absolutely. That's why I would consider myself more of a lifestyle coach than a pickup coach, because I mean the emphasis is still on getting girls. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more about like fixing their main problems, like with those three key components of health, wealth, and relationships, you know. It's not, I can help a guy, you know, the other day, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I could get a bum a date, but can he keep the girl? Probably not, unless I fix the rest of his life. The other night, it was kind of crazy, you know, like, I was out with a girl, and we were, I don't know if you see it in the pictures, but we were, like, spreading my dad's ashes all over Vegas and shit. So he's like a free spirit, you know, like to play craps, so I put some on the craps table, I sprinkled some at the strip club, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the night, it was kind of crazy because the Grim Reaper was walking down Fremont Street, but he had his mask off and shit, like one of those costume guys. He was all in dude. And so Jack is over here, and he's like, "Oh, that's so cool that you guys are doing that," because you see me putting it in the grass with the planter. And he was cracking up. He's like, I'm going to buy you guys a beer. So we got Death giving me fucking beer and cigarettes. I thought that was funny. But then I was like, this is like a cool cat, man. And I was telling him what I do. And he's like, man, you got to hook me up with some chicks. A little cute black girl walks by. I was like, hey, would you be my friend Death right here? He's a bad man. You don't want to introduce him to your mom, but, you know, hey, come hang out with us. And all of a sudden, like 15 minutes later, he's fucking making out with his chicks. I was like, damn, I got Death today, so I could do it for anyone. That shit was
well, I mean, yeah, you know, that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? I think that's cool, because you see, the thing is like this, man, what happens is this, okay? Most guys start at the middle, you know what I'm saying? They start right at the middle, you know what I'm saying? And it's weird, it's weird as a person who makes products and stuff like that. It's weird because, you know what I'm saying, I want to start at the middle, I want to start advanced, I want to, you know, as I'm making products, I'm constantly looking to enlighten myself in the process. You see what I'm saying? I'm not just like, okay, well, I've done this and so this works, and then so I'm gonna just go ahead and write about this or say that. I'm like, damn, let me try to push this shit to a whole new level and shit. And so ultimately, like, you know, what happens a lot of times is the beginning steps aren't necessarily made. So while the person is getting like decent knowledge and stuff like this, you know what I'm saying, they're not getting those types of results that those guys with the, you know, that actually, you know, that talk about in the testimonials and, you know what I'm saying, and all this other types of stuff get. I mean, there are millions of fucking pickup artist books sold, millions of fucking products sold from hundreds of dollars, okay, millions of dollars invested every single year, you know what I'm saying, but yet, you know what I'm saying, you don't see like hella pimps just walking around, you know what I'm saying, you know, and it's because of the fact that they don't have the basic things handled, you know what I'm saying, and you know, yeah, you know what I mean, so basic, but, you know, so profound, you know, that you know, I think a lot of people are just trying to push their agenda as far as money is concerned, and not really caring about, like, you know what I'm saying, what's really going on and stuff like this, you know what I mean? And that's you know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It is a quality product or whatever. At the same time, you know, you just ain't gonna start, you know, fucking pulling chicks like Jeffy, man, you know what I'm saying? If, you know what I'm saying, you know, if you ain't dressed fly, you see what I'm saying, and you know, you ain't with a fly crowd or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean? So okay, so say there's a dude, right? He dresses like a complete nerd, right? Okay, now this is weird, okay? Because, see, this is a weird scenario, because you got two different ego types. You see what I'm saying? You got two different levels, you got two different people with and their self-esteem is rooted in two different cultures, right? Okay. So, you know, stripper meets nerd, right? I'm convinced that every single fucking stripper is falling in love with the fucking nerd at one point in their fucking life. I'm convinced, right? My personal convictions, okay? Now, how does that guy bridge that gap? You know what I'm saying? Like, give me some theory in your mind, you know what I'm saying, that how you would bridge that gap, you know what I'm saying, you know, he's a good guy, he's clean, you know, his house is clean and everything like this, you know, it may be a little too clean, you know what I'm saying, a little too squeaky clean, a little too, you know, sterile or whatever you want to call it. So, like, how do you like break it down if you were to coach that cat right there?
Well, it'd be more like his individual goal with women, you know what I'm saying, like, it doesn't necessarily, I mean, you could be a nerd, you could be Bill Gates, his fucking wife is hot, you know, it's not really about, like, trying to put on a social mask, like, the way that the community used to be. I see it more of just, once you're so secure with yourself, and you don't give a fuck what people think, especially girls, like, they find that so attractive, that confidence, you know what I'm saying, like, I personally, like, I will sit home and watch a fucking Star Trek marathon, and I will walk up to a girl, and that's one of the first sentences I'll tell her. By the way, I do like Star Trek. You got a problem with that? She's like, no. She's like, that's cool. So I'm like, it's just because, like, I'm secure with myself that I can say some shit like that, and at the same time, she knows when I say some shit like I like Star Trek, and I'm telling you flat out, like, I'm obviously trying not to impress. I'm not trying to impress her. I'm just, this is me. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? You either like me or you don't. You know. You know, if you're feeling me, then let's hang. And You know, if not, there's plenty. This is Vegas. There's beautiful women everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm not.
Well,
if a guy's a nerd, like I might try to like clean up his outfit a little bit, because sometimes, you know, nerds, they don't be dressing so stylish.
Yeah, man. You know, khakis with the Vans and the white laces and the, I don't know, man. You know, like, you know, flooding and shit. And
the main thing is, like, I might want to open him up to some different ideas or some different philosophies, maybe change some of his limiting beliefs, but I don't want to change the person's personality and give him like a persona to have to live, because that's not what they did. I want this to be able to attract women naturally, you know what I'm saying, like through their real personality. Like, I might want to help him, like, he's going to need to learn how to maybe floss his teeth right, and he might need to learn how to, like, get a little swag, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I don't want to necessarily change his whole inner being and the stuff that he really likes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, but this is the thing, though, man. I mean, you know how it is in society, man. You know what I'm saying? When people think Star Trek, for the most part, you know, they think of somebody who read, 700 books or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They're usually not thinking of fucking Hank Moody, motherfucking Californication and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're typically thinking of, you know what I'm saying, introvert, you know what I'm saying, not enough fucking vitamin B, fucking pale, this, that, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, very introverted, you know, like, you know, somebody says hi to them, they don't even know how to say hi back, you know what I'm saying, like, they're afraid of that even, you know what I'm saying, like, that's what somebody might think, you know what I'm saying, as a generalization. Right. You see what I'm saying? So how do you get these guys out here to, like, be able to paint these pictures because you know, obviously you're painting a picture to them. Right. You see what I'm saying? You're painting a picture to the guys so that they can see, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it is possible for me to get this girl. Because, I mean, think about it, like, and it's a delicate thing, and it's complex, and it's very eloquent and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have you got a beautiful girl over here. Okay, you got a guy that's, like, you know what I'm saying, nerdy as all fucking hell, you know what I'm saying, doesn't even know how to communicate. They both think each other's attractive and shit, okay? Now, the thing is like, how the fuck they gonna find the common threads? How is he gonna get to the level where he feels like, wow, you know, I can talk about my Star Trek thing, and the only reason I was unable to talk about Star Trek before is because I was hella insecure, and I thought that, well, girls that, like, girls that are strippers can't possibly like a guy that likes Star Trek. And so he had, you know what I'm saying? And so he's got this belief in his head, and so she doesn't even know what the fuck she believes. She doesn't even know what she believes. She has no idea. She just wants a fucking ride. She wants somebody that's going to be able to tell a story, to be able to paint a picture, to make a connection. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wow, you know, nerdy guys are really hot. You see what I'm saying? How does he paint that picture for her to get her to the point where she feels that he is hot the way he is?
Again,
his own true very self.
The thing that one needs to understand is that it's not necessarily like the words when you're putting so much emphasis. You know, I think the body language is 55% of communication, and the words are only 7%, and then the tonality is 38, right? Whatever the community principle. But I think it doesn't matter on the surface level if he's talking about Star Trek or nerdy shit. It's more of the way that he's communicating it. Like, you know what? I opened a set talking about have you guys ever heard of the Myers-Briggs personality types the other night? And she was eating it up, dude. Like, and you would think, like, man, that's some nerdy psychology shit, but she happened to be, like, a psychology student at UNLV, and she immediately opened her Facebook and started saying, she's like, I just did that test the other day, and then she popped on and she's telling me she's like a ENFP or whatever, and that started the whole conversation, and, you know, 5 minutes later we're making out, and then game over, you know.
I love that shit, man. That's fucking awesome, man. That's fucking great, man. That's great, man. So you say you came from humble beginnings when it came to this when it came to this pickup artist thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you were maybe a little bit more introverted as opposed to more able to be able to flex your introversion, extroversion. You know what I'm saying, at will. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I'm hardcore introverted. Like, it's hard for me to be around people for a long period of time because it drains my energy really fast. But like when I do pickup, I feel like I have to turn on that extrovert, and it's almost like going out and doing a rock show. Except I think I would be the one, like, you know, if I was a rock star, I probably wouldn't be able to stick around and do the meet and greets and like hang with the fans. I would be back on the tour bus, smoking a bowl, passing out, and getting ready for the next show. Because, like, you know, too many people around me for so long, it's kind of like, you know, it tires my brain. So
I totally feel you, bro.
It's more like it's kind of like doing a job. I'll get up, I get my avatar on. It's kind of like my uniform. You know, I go to talk to girls as if, like, you know, that's what I get paid for. That's what I got to do, and I'm there to get results. So, you know, I go out and I do my thing, and when I'm done, after I get a number or whatever girl I'm interested in, then I'll go back home and, you know, go back to my computer, go back to reading, go back to exercising, and get back in my zone. That's like how I recharge my batteries.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what kind of relationships, like, do you like to have? Because the type of relationships that I like to have, and see the thing is like, I feel my personal belief, you know what I'm saying, is like, you know, a person's got to be able to paint their own life the way that they want it and optimize their life for exactly what they want. So at the same time, like, I'm not in the field as much as I'd like to be. Okay, right now, personally, I've been there, I've done that, I'm very comfortable in that environment. Okay, right now, it's all about the business, recording, you know what I'm saying, research, you know what I'm saying, making sure all the information is fresh, getting new points of view, new angles, you know what I'm saying, new material, this, that, you know what I'm saying, and so, you know, it builds a sort of, I don't know, like a big well of information and things of that nature. I forgot what the fuck I was saying. But the whole point is, like, you know, it's all about optimizing, you know, what you want. Now, how do you particularly like to optimize your relationships with women, or like conduct them, or how do you like to, what's your relationship policy, so to speak, when it comes to women? You know what I'm saying? Because you know, obviously, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you probably get along more with the smart girl than you get along with, say, like, you know, a party girl for long periods of time, since you are more of an introvert. Maybe since you're more of an introvert, hippie girls, you know what I'm saying, are more introverted, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, hey, guy, you know, just real down-to-earth broads and shit. They're very introverted, kind of, you know what I'm saying, they're not hella extroverted. They know how to get down. They can move around in public and do certain shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's funny, so, I mean, you know, like, because I notice, like, it's always the quiet ones. Like, I do like more dorky, nerdy girls because sometimes they're smart and they're usually really naughty. They'll be into, like, a little 50 Shades of Grey type shit. And,
yeah,
you know,
They're better.
I like them. I like them really naughty. I like them to move fast. I like to have sex on the first date. You know, like, you know, I like.
You're a passionate guy.
I like to get that out of the way as fast as I can, so that they become, you know, emotionally invested, and they'll start blowing off the 30 other guys that are trying to get at them. I like. You know, I'm
smart move.
When you talk about the type of relationship, I definitely consider myself a romantic. Like, I'll do stuff like, I'll take a girl to a park, and I have like a little Y connector on my iPod that has a space for 2 sets of headphones, and I'll like take her up on the slide, and I'll put a set of headphones in her ears, I'll put a set of headphones in my ears, and I'll put the Titanic soundtrack, and I'll raise up her arms on the top of the slide where it's playing like the Celine Dion song, you know. And like, I'll set moods like that. One of my kill moves is when I'll just look at the girl, and this is a move I got from RSD, I think. What's that dude?
You know, that is so deep, dude. Oh man, that is so deep. Just for the simple fact, man, bro. Because, like, look, if a girl is in a romantic movie, her mentally, if a girl is labeling you a romantic and she's engaged in romantic activities with you, okay, and she knows that you're real and you're a solid cat, they can go ahead and make that move on the first date. Then at the same time, the second date or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you can do all this Titanic type stuff. And she already knows. She's already set the tone. Okay, this is how it's going to be. Okay, typically they're going to behave in the fashion that they feel that they're looked at by the people that they're looked at it by.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
We like to call that shaping, where, like, you know, I'll look at her, as soon as I start seeing her, I'll say, like, you seem like the romantic type. You seem really sweet and genuine or something like that. And I want to, like, basically paint the qualities of who I expect her to be. You know, whereas most guys, like, a girl starts acting kind of feisty, and most guys, I watch them right in my face, and they'll be like, oh, you're feisty, aren't you? Oh, you're a character. And then she'll start being feisty, and I'm like, fuck that.
Exactly. No, but it's confusing though. When you first start out, tell me, am I not right, man? When you first started out, man, and before you got all the psychological knowledge that you had on your belt that you have today, you know what I'm saying? I know I was lost on this until maybe the last year. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like you said, it's more like shaping. It's like, okay, now she's identifying with herself as quote unquote feisty right now. Then I can say, you know, there's somebody that would be exactly what I want her to be, you know what I'm saying, and has exactly or pretty much the mentality and the vibes that I want, that she probably identifies with, okay, that has the same exact attitude, okay, and I could probably connect her to that. So then there's going to have more of the cool elements, more of the maybe playful sexual elements, and all this other types of stuff that's associated with this person over here, you see what I'm saying, and it won't be dragged in this, you know, because people don't know who to be until they're told what to be. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's always going to be like, the woman is going to look for the man's approval until basically he demonstrates some kind of lower value, and then she's going to be like, okay, I'll look elsewhere. But when I sit there and shape her and then reward simultaneously, like, I might, she says something, I'll just like, you're a sweetheart, I like that. You know, you see, there's something very genuine and down to earth about you. I like that. You know, like, I'll just give her the qualities, and then she'll play those qualities. And then I'll say something like, you know, hey, let's go. She's like, what? Like, adventures, let's go. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I take her hand and I take them somewhere.
Oh my God! So you've already laid down the tracks for the adventurous part of her.
Yeah.
And then you're like, come on, adventure. Oh,
adventure. And then you just push her hand. And if she, you know,
push button.
If she hesitates on taking your hand, and you give her a little shh. And then go back and take her hand again, and she's like, oh, okay. And then I'll a conditioning class. She'll say, where are we going? I say, first you're going to take us to a liquor store and get us some drinks. And after that, I'm going to take you to, well, I can't tell you yet, but let's go there first. So you get her driving you get her buying you drinks. And I'm like, okay, take me over here like the other night. Then I took this girl to the Overlook where you could see the whole Vegas Strip. And then she's like, okay, what are we doing? I said, did you ever see Wayne's World? You know how they're like hanging out on the hood of the car and they're like watching the stars? Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to just kick it. We're going to catch up and talk. She's like, okay, I have some pillows and blanket in the trunk. I'm like, oh, shit, it's over. And basically made a fucking bed on the hood of the car, sitting there drinking, so it's only natural that we would start making out. Then I was like, you know, take off your pants. She's like, you want me to take off my pants? I'm like, yeah, take off your pants. And boom, again, game over. Within like 2 hours.
Yeah.
This is a nightly occurrence.
Exactly. You know that they've already got this part in their mind where they've already seen this person as this character. Okay, so ultimately, what they're doing is they're so caught up in this character that they can't go to any other character. They can't even think about another character. They can't even really think that another character exists. In fact, if you ask them, are you the same person pretty much all the time? They'll probably say yeah. You see what I'm saying? Although you recognize that, you know what I'm saying, yeah, there are different characters, and you and so that's a big massive of your game right there. You know what I'm saying? Of area of study, area of expertise, would you say?
Yeah, it's like playing to their fantasy. It's like creating a movie. But you know, as a guy, again, you always got to be leading. Like I want to tell you about a success from the other night. This was amazing. Went in and opened the set. Hello, you still?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, the phone muted for a second. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
And I immediately told the girl, I was like, there's something naughty about you. And she's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, tell me a secret. She's like, I like to be gagged and fuck me. I was like, oh, God, you just like, she pretty much just like folded and put in all her cards right there. So I was like, let's go smoke a cigarette. And I was like, I want to go smoke on the roof of the parking structure, you know, knowing that logistic-wise, you know, I needed a place where I could isolate this girl. I need to get her out of the club. I need to get away from her friends. And I'm sure there's a stairwell in the parking lot where I could dip her into. So we go up on the in the elevator. Perfect spot. So I was like, have you ever had an elevator makeout? She's like, no. And I was like, well, it's Vegas, first time, boom. So we start making on the elevator, you know. Get up to smoking a cigarette. And then I was like, I would do so many dirty things to you. I got to get out of that headspace. And she's like, oh my God, like what? And I was like, take my hand, bam, pulled her right into the stairwell. Game over. And it's that leading, the logistics, knowing like, okay, where am I going to go next? Where am I going to take this? This has to lead somewhere, and like always keeping that in the forefront of my mind. You know, whether it's going to be like the parking structure, or it's going to be like, oh, I need, you know, my boy drove, so I'm going to need his keys so I can have access to his car. That could be isolation, a bathroom, anywhere. You know.
That's wonderful, man. You know, typically the way I like to, a metaphor that I like to use for game, or like, you know, my style of game, and I didn't know that we were so similar in that kind of way, you know what I'm saying? Like I look at it like, literally, there's like 500,000 different things that you're going to subconsciously and consciously pay attention to at all times. Okay, now a person that has paid attention to them can pay attention to it, fix it, and then put it on autopilot. Pay attention to it, fix it, and put it on autopilot, while somebody else that isn't paying attention to it is just going to leave it there, and it has an effect on the game, right? So literally, what you're doing is you've got like 1,000 different pieces, 10,000, 100,000, whatever, different pieces to your game, you know what I'm saying? You're pinpointing it out, okay, and then you're like, okay, well, let's put this in fast motion. Let's press play again. You see what I'm saying on this interaction? You see what I'm saying? You know, you just demonstrated 50, 60 different freaking things, you see what I'm saying, within, you know, the one thing that you're doing. And that is, that's a, if you ask me, man, that's a deadly thing. Okay, so what do you say about guys, man, like, cause the problem that I've had a lot, you know what I'm saying, is like, I'll tell you a personal issue that I had, you know what I'm saying? My boy Arashi Bazaar, right? Good guy, he's fucking dope, he's fucking tearing it up in the Bay Area. Okay, that's my homeboy, right? Me and him, we never really, you know what I'm saying, like I used to look at his game and everything like this. I'd be like, dude, I would totally do it this way. It was almost like I was stuck in his shadow just because he had more chicks than me. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I was stuck in his shadow, like, I gotta do it this way, I gotta do it that way. And then by doing that, I'm toppling, you know what I'm saying, like pins at a freaking bowling alley, you know what I'm saying, all the other really awesome, great, seductive freaking qualities that I have myself by and that was the thing. That was the thing about game in the beginning, man. When I first started studying, it was like, okay, there's this guy over here, and he does it, and he's complete. Now I've always gotten pretty good, decent results, you know what I'm saying? I was always real nice on the keynote, real nice on the escalation, and everything like this when I first started out, without knowing who fucking David D'Angelo or anybody was, right? Then I started reading the books, and like, you know, there's like, you know, you be the prize, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you be the, and bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm done learning, because I still got a long way to go, homeboy. Like, I mean, how the fuck do pimps do it, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, getting a girl's money like that, man? Getting them to stay, you know what I'm saying? Without, like, gorilla pimping? Like, you know, and then, like, beating girls up and stuff like that. Like, how the fuck do they do that, man? You know what I'm saying? If you have some insight on that shit, man, please shed it.
Like, kind of...
You know what I'm saying?
You're talking about, like, compliance conditioning, you being over-dominant and overbearing and pulling them into their reality? Is that what you're getting at?
Well, I mean, I think you know, like I see there's like being many elements to it all, you know what I'm saying? So like you were talking about, you know what I'm saying, there is compliance conditioning. You gave examples of that earlier, you know what I'm saying? Then at the same time, you know what I'm saying, obviously, you know what I mean, like, you know, I compliance condition, I just do it more more for like fetish particularly, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily them doing stuff for me, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's that. There's being able to take them into like new environments. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they oscillate over to the point for where they're like, I am fucking sick of everything, and why the fuck am I getting paid, $12 an hour for this shitty job? You know what I'm saying? When I could be making fucking, $3,000 a night and all this other types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You get them at that point. You see what I'm saying? And you just bam, you can take them into a new environment. Bam, pimp will take her to fucking Vegas that day. You know what I'm saying? It has no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that's stuff that I haven't really been able to experiment with how well it works. You know what I'm saying? Necessarily. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But then you got to think, as a thinking mind, you know what I'm saying, as a person that's always trying to find the better, bigger, better, tighter cure, you see what I'm saying? There's always got to be like this, what if? You know what I'm saying? There's always these what ifs is going through people's mind. Like, what if? Is it possible for me to be able to pimp a girl in my city, not have to take her to hella other cities, and not have to worry about this good chick being stolen over by this other guy? You know what I'm saying? Just based on some simple conditioning that she might already have, some simple knocking down of some bad conditioning, amplification of good conditioning, you know what I'm saying, and some other, key things, you know what I'm saying, like how to, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm always thinking about it, you know what I mean, and I mean,
don't really have
I'm always
an answer on that one, because I use the game more for, like, I guess, finding love and experiencing another person or sharing time with them.
You're a passionate guy.
Yeah, like, I don't really use motivation for, like, I might have misinterpreted your question, but,
yeah, to put her on the horse stroll and, make her wear little tiny clothes and give you stacks of money, you know what I'm saying, and you pat her on the ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, all I'm saying is, like, man, like, for example, right? Like, I'm a natural businessman. I'm a businessman at heart. Okay, so that means that no matter what, it's pretty much predestined, guaranteed that in my life, I will make more money than any pimp on the fucking planet. Okay, literal pimp that goes around and says, this is like a guy that owns a bunny ranch, right? You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to go and do the traditional quote unquote pimp rules. You see what I'm saying? Because he's got a setup that's more socially acceptable in the beginning. You see what I'm saying? Neither does Hugh Hefner. He doesn't necessarily have to be like, bitch, give me my money, you know what I'm saying? Or, bitch, you're going to pay me back for that fucking diamond bunny, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's more like, hey, well, you know what I'm saying? You're on a TV show that's making me fucking millions of dollars a fucking year. You think I'm not going to buy you a cheap-ass fucking, you know what I'm saying, diamond pendant? You know what I'm saying? This has a bunny on it. You know what I'm saying? It does not hurt. The girls do it for him. He didn't make, you know what I'm saying? He was intelligent enough to network it all.
Are you talking about, like, how to get money out of a broad, or how to get drinks and...
Well, dude, I don't even know what I'm talking about, really, man. I'm just trying to figure it out myself. Like, I'm just trying to look at all the different angles, man. I'm just looking over it with the guy who's passionate about influence and persuasion like you are. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really what it comes down to.
All right, I'm trying to see, like, if this was a personal question or a hypothetical situation.
Yeah, it's kind of hypothetical. You know what I'm saying? Just playing around with ideas, really. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of ways to do that stuff. I don't really want to get into that right now, but if you're ever in Vegas, man, I'll shed some light on that subject.
All right.
Some stuff I don't want to say to.
Yeah.
There could be issues of.
I understand that. Okay, how do we get in contact with you, man? Like, you got a website? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I seen you at the round table with your boys, and you guys do your thing. Is there a website for that, or like a way that people can get in contact with you so that they can go to one of your boot camps or actually study under you, study with you, so that they can understand and get this knowledge that you know what I'm saying? Like how
to by word of mouth. You know, if anyone wants to get a hold of me, I am on Facebook. Just look me up under Ryan Jaunzemis, Jaunzemis, and my cell phone is 702-417-7714, and my Yahoo email is ryan.jaunzemis@yahoo.com. But anyone that ever wants to drop me a line and talk game, man, is free to hit me up. You know.
Yeah. So what's your
coaching, and you know, and I love hanging out and meeting other people in the community and taking this sport to the next level, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? I do my best to get at least hour interviews out of each person that I interview and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like don't like most people think that the number is a cue to like the interview and like not continuing or something like that. I was just saying it because you left a good anchor right there of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, it's not common knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and that, you know, you actually got to contact you personally for personal coaching for that knowledge. And so I wanted to give your information at that valuable critical time. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, absolutely. So I mean, like what part of the game stimulates you the most? I mean, because you're ever moving. You know what I'm saying? You never still. You're always moving. You know what I'm saying? You're always looking for the next piece of the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? What is interesting you right now? Like, what's completely fascinating with you right now? Like, what's completely fascinating you right now?
Completely fascinating right now, I'd say the whole health and fitness aspect. You know, I'm really trying to. I was in an LTR for about 2 years, and I got really fat. You know, I was taking out to like steak and lobster every night. Love to drink, like, you know, she's my sugar mama, basically taking care of me and spoiling me, treating me like a rock star, and I loved it. But I did get fat, and then you know, kind of split up. I felt like, you know, I was still pulling, but the problem was it was more like I noticed that I had to do more of the work. I had to do the approaching. I had to open. I had to follow up with leads. And now that I've lost 45 pounds over the last 8 months, and I'm starting to see girls open me. I'm starting to see more smiles, more winks, more, you know, more comments on my Facebook wall, stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow, you know, they're really, you know, the community is going to tell you it doesn't matter how you look, but I'm going to say looks do matter.
Yeah, it does matter.
I think everything matters, you know, like your job, your car. Like, I think everything that you do is an aspect of your game. It's some kind of extension of your personality, your being. You know what I'm saying? Like the shoes you wear, the way that you talk, the way that you carry yourself. Like, I think she's looking at everything, you know.
Absolutely. You know, and the thing is it doesn't have to be the most expensive necessarily. It just has to be something like for example, I was laughing about this concept. I was laughing about two concepts, you know what I'm saying, and just within the last week or two. Okay, you get a guy like shabby chic lifestyle, right? You know what I'm saying? When I say that, I mean like more bohemian, right? You know what I'm saying? You could get a guy, you know what I'm saying, you know, he has a fairly clean apartment, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He has some, you know, fucking, you know, leopard skin, fucking, you know, beanbag, fucking whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? A decent futon or whatever. You know, he's got some cool art and stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? You know, he got a fucking broken stereo system and all this other type of stuff, you know what I mean? But what the fuck is he doing, you know what I'm saying? First of all. Second of all, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Is this guy a passionate guy? Does he even have a story for why he lives like this? You see what I'm saying? What the fuck is his story? Because that story is going to be the same fucking story that she's going to tell her friends. Check this shit out, right? Okay? Tis better to give a girl a gift every time that you see her, like literally every single day. If you're in an LTR, long-term relationship, every single day, that's like a bullshit $3, $5 gift. Literally, okay, than it is to give one big, huge diamond this or tennis bracelet that or expensive gift here, expensive this there. You know why?
Because it's the little things that count.
That, and the fact that she's going to say, well, my boyfriend gives me a gift every single day. That's just going to blow back her girlfriends that she goes and fucking gossips with. That's going to blow back their minds by itself.
Like it. I don't know about every day though, man. Just because that, honestly, I I like getting gifts every day, but you know, I would maybe more like maybe once a week or something like that. Maybe, you know, write a note and leave some, you know, leave the candles on and draw a little bubble bath and put her favorite book right there, and blindfold her, you take her in there, and then say you have to stay in here at least. Make sure you read for at least 30 minutes. Give her a little compliance, and when she comes out, you know, you have dinner cooking, something like that, and that's kind of like, you know, I like to give them enough to hook them in and keep them coming back for more. But like, I don't want to pump them with too much.
See. This is the thing, though. See, this is how like most people look at like push pull and everything like this, and correct. Like I'm always looking for new, you know what I'm saying, inspiration. And if you know what I'm saying, you know, if I need some help in a certain area, I'm the first person to ask, man, because I want to be the best for my students and for myself, because I'm so passionate. Okay, so what I'm looking at is this. Okay, my whole thing is this. Okay, so say you've got a guy, right? Okay, he turns around. He's great in bed. You know what I'm saying? He's passionate. You know what I'm saying? He can get that first night laid at the same time. At the same time, you know, he can be like, you know, Mr. Passionate, Titanic kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you know what I'm saying, he could be a little bit of a badass. At the same time, he could be a little bit of an introvert. You know, so he's got all these different characteristic traits of this totally dominant guy, right? Now, okay, if I'm not spending a shitload of money, and it's not like breaking my fucking bank account, you know what I'm saying, like you know, molesting my fucking wallet or something like that, you know what I'm saying, note after note after note, you know what I'm saying, then, I mean, gift every day, it's like, okay, I'm giving this chick a gift every day, right? Now she goes back to brag to her friends, right? Her friends is getting all types of flags, dude. This is my thinking, okay? Her friend is getting all types of, you know, her friends are getting all types of flags. Oh my God, he's so fucking this, he's so fucking that, and everything like this, you know what I'm saying? You know, oh my God, oh, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you see what I'm saying? If she decides that she wants to pull some bullshit, you know what I'm saying, and pull some cold shoulder shit on you, okay, and she doesn't get a gift or something like that, you see what I'm saying? What you're giving her is value shock. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I like to do with my website. Like I have so much fucking value, like literally, like, you know what I'm saying? I want to get it to where, you know what I'm saying, I'm basically like Jordan Harbinger. I'm not trying to like jock the dude, because he's a cool ass fucking guy. I got an interview with him too. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the same format where it's like, you know, I interview a lot of hypnotists and, you know, guys in the pickup artist community and this and that, you know what I'm saying, etc. Right? Okay. So what happens is this, right? So I give them value shock. You know, literally, you can download 100 hours of audio on my website for free right now. Just bang, pick, bang. You got it all, right? Okay, now does that mean that there's not more behind that box if the person takes the time to quote unquote make the compliance and then order the product? Oh yeah, dude, there's a whole sea of crazy ass shit out there that I've got in store for these people over here. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, like they go and then they look at some other guy with some fancy website and has a whole bunch of articles and wants you to spend all this types of money and stuff like that. Who are they going to spend the money with? They're going to spend, more than likely, they're going to spend the money with the guy that, yeah, I tried to wean myself off of his fucking knowledge, but it was so goddamn good that I got addicted. And, you know what I'm saying, he's just the fucking best. You know what I'm saying? People are always going to have a little bit of tingle in the back of their mind, like, man, maybe you're not all you say you are. Maybe you're not the best. Maybe you're not, you know, let me test this out. Maybe he's a little bit of a bitch. Let me test him out. You know, there's always going to be that part in a person's mind, like in a chick's mind, whatever. She tests it out, she sees, oh, well, he's solid. You know what I'm saying? He's a solid dude. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, but now I can see how it's like, damn, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave this bitch a gift a day, you know what I'm saying, and so it's like more investment on your part or my part. You see what I'm saying? And then not having that investment returned, or feeling like you've done all this investing for nothing, so to speak, is more of a blow to like the ego and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know exactly how to say it. I mean, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you deal with the same emotions, you know, there's lots of ways to do it. I mean, so how do you do it? So you say, like, like you get them, you hook them, and you want to keep them coming back for more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I do a little bit of that too in my own way. Like, explain how you do it. Like, what are some methods of the master, how he does it?
Okay. Let's see, a couple of methods to keep them coming back for more. I like to, I might do something special for them one day, and then I disappear for like 2 or 3 days. No calls, no texts. They'll text me, but you know, maybe I'm quote unquote working, or you know, I'm sleeping, or I'm working nights that way. So, or my phone, I lost my phone. You know, I left my phone at the bar or something like that. So I can't get back to them anyway. There'll be some kind of excuse, and it keeps them on the line where they're like, well, it was so good, and then wait, now he's just gone. Did I do something wrong? Like they start feeling guilty, you know. And then I come back and I'm just like, hey, what's going on? As if no time passed, you know what I'm saying? And they're just like, oh, where have you been? And they're like, oh, I've just been working. What's been up with you? You want to kick it? And then they're just like, oh, okay. And then we just go and have a fucking blast, like all night long, drinking, smoking, you know, fuck, maybe even opening some sets. Oh, like I use the pickup stuff as a lot of my routines anyway. Like I'll tell them about the pickup artist show. I'll sit down and pull up the show, you know, on my phone and let them watch a little bit of it, and you know, it lets them kind of poke fun at mystery, and then they're just like, oh, that's cool. You do, you know, help people get confidence. That's attractive. Whatever. Like I use the pickup as part of my routines a lot of the time, but you know, I'm going off on a rant, but you know,
no, it's great. It's great.
We'll just go have a blast, you know what I'm saying? And again, like I like to play a lot of investment game. I like to always have girls buying me drinks. You know, I don't even have a fucking car, so I always get them to pick me up. I try to put in what I can, you know what I'm saying? If I have a couple bucks, you know what I'm saying, I'll be like, you know, I'll give you some gas money if you do the driving. Or, you know, if they're from out of town, I'll say like, well, you know, if you get the cab, I'll be your tour guide, you know what I'm saying? I always want to make sure that they put in their part and I'll put in my part. But I never want to put in as much. I always want them to be invested more, you know, because they want to return on their investment, you know, like, guys are always like, oh, I like chivalry, you know, I want to open a door for them. And I'm like, fuck that. My dick is just as important as her pussy, so she should be opening my door as much as I'm opening her door, you know what I'm saying? And I don't open her door to try to get her pussy. I open the door in a way to protect my investments, make sure like no other guys are fucking with. I want to make sure that she gets in and out of the venue, because there's a reason we're going to that bar. That bar has alcohol that I need to like loosen her up so that I can get what I want. But I don't want no one else fucking with. Like, so when I open the door for a woman, I open it, but at the same time I push on her back, the small of her back, to kind of like, as I make like a gesture with my head to look around, basically saying like, no one's, this is my woman, no one's fucking with my woman. And I'd push her through the door, and then other times, purposely, like, and it makes her feel like a lady. She feels protected. But another time, I'll just walk up and I blatantly will not open the door. I'll open it for myself, and I'll just kind of hold it open with my backhand so she can come through. But you know, so it's like random return, like the way the slot machines in Vegas will teach you a lot. That's the way people get addicted to gambling, is because sometimes you click it and you win, sometimes you click it and you don't win. Then you win, and then you lose, then you win, then you lose, and you win, you know. So, and then sometimes I'll perfectly stand there and I'll give her like, I'll actually put on like a submissive pose, and it forces her to play the dominant role, and she'll open my door. So then I'm conditioned and compliant with the game until, you know, or I'll tell her that one. Like the other night, the chick tried to tell me, she's like, no, I'm a lady, you open the door for me. I was like, am I fucking you? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, I was like, I put her in the friend zone, you know what I'm saying, right? So I was like, fucking, I'm not opening your door. You know, we're friends. Are you trying to say you're more important than me? You're better than me? And she's like, oh, okay. I was like, so, you know, always put them in their place. Let them know always that, you know, you're the man, that you're the dominant. That's just, I'm not trying to be, what's the word called? There's chauvinist.
Okay, this
not so, this is an evolutionary perspective. It's like you didn't see like a queen of the tribe. It's always the fucking king, chief of the tribe. It's like the leading male with a harem of women, and then the hierarchy kind of goes down. You know,
I'm totally with you, man. It's just see the thing, like. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you like some things that's cropping up in my mind. Okay, the first thing that's popping up in my mind is like that. I know that works. I know, and it's and the way that you that I've heard you just talk about it so nonchalantly. I know that you do it a lot and that you do it well. Okay, so I can totally see that. You see what I'm saying? You know, on the other hand, I could totally like. Okay, so I can see that you do that and it works and everything like this. So say a girl, I don't know, buys your product or something like this and she hears this or whatever, knock on wood here, you know what I'm saying? It's just suppose, right? What's gonna happen? What's the next step? How do you know what I'm saying? Girl sees, oh well, you know, this, that, he did this, that move on me. He, you know, did this and then he did this and he did this. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, right?
Okay, no,
okay,
I got this. Is it like she hears this or she finds out I'm using a line on her and then she accuses me of it? Is that what you mean?
Pretty much, yeah.
So the other night, it's like that same principle. You always have a better answer, you know what I'm saying? Because it's very attractive. You know, that's when...
Yeah, because I want to hear that better answer.
You know, opinion, you know, who lies more, men or women? And then they say, you know, someone already said that line on us tonight. I say, really? Well, who said it better? And then it's like, oh. You know what I'm saying? The girl walked up to me one time I was at she said, are you peacocking? Are you on a show, The Pickup Artist? And I was like, yeah, it works, doesn't it? And she's like, yeah, it does. So, you know, they don't fall into their frame. Like the other night, the girl said, I have a insecurity. She's like, I know you're like the Mr. Dating Coach and you're Hitch and, you know, I'm having a fucking blast with you. Like, I just had sex with her, like, within 2 hours. And she was like, and I'm having such a good time. I want to see you again. But I feel like, what if these are lines? What if this is all fake? I mean, she's like, are they lines that you're using?
I mean, it's an honest concern, though. It's an honest concern, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting these guys know that it's an honest concern. You know that it is an honest concern. You're giving them a better answer for the honest concern. But I'm letting them know it's an honest concern. You see what I'm saying?
So she looks at me and she's like, you know, are these lines? Looking for me to say, like, you know, you're like, no, they're not lines. I'm like that. I just looked right at her directly in the eyes and I was like, they're real good lines, aren't they? And then she fucking busts up laughing. And then I stack forward to my next routine and completely, like, cut her thread. And then, you know, it's great.
That's a beautiful technique, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful technique right there. You know what I mean? And I mean, I know it works. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like, you know, I you know, I'm not going to say too much, but here's some components that I use of that in my own systems and things like that. You know what I mean? But like, okay, that's okay. So like, what I'm saying is this. Okay, so like, okay, imagine this, right? Okay, so I have a business partner, right, or ex-business partner, or whatever, right? Okay. Now, I don't know who the fuck this cat thinks I am. Like I'm sitting here, I'm fucking fumed. Okay, I want to now knock on wood, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that I have hella good rapport with this cat. Okay, I know that this cat wouldn't just flat out drop me. Okay, and if he did, I'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I'm such a cool fucking guy, I'm so level with a motherfucker, that it would just be foolish and ridiculous to have some type of reactance towards somebody who's so fucking cool. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. Okay? So, anyway, we'll get into the story, right? So, you know what I'm saying? He might hear this, I don't know, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, I really don't care. Okay, so, homeboy, guy, whatever his name is, whatever, okay, he's like, oh, dude, you know what I'm saying, let's do X together. And so we do hella fucking work. We do hella work together. We do hella fucking projects and all this other types of stuff together. You know what I mean? We literally lay down like something close to like 45 hours worth of fucking material, right? Okay, another pickup artist in the community, right? Okay, so then, you know what I'm saying, he goes to fucking I forgot what city he went to. He went to fucking the Netherlands, Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying? He's hit me up like every day, right? Next thing you know, he fucking goes to Melbourne, right? You know what I'm saying? Australia, right? And so, and the thing is we had left on uncool terms. Okay, I didn't know what the fuck terms we had left on. Okay, I had no fucking clue. Okay, now. That's what it is. Yeah, I just did not have any fucking clue what terms we left on, right? And so then I'm like, And so I'm like, dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, so I know what dude's doing. I'm thinking to myself in my own mind, I'm like, I know what dude's doing, okay? What he's doing is he's attempting to get my fucking, get my investment up so high, and then he's gonna fucking, like, totally drop the ball on me. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get me nice and comfortable. He's gonna drop the anvil on me. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I even went so far as to say to him, hey, you know what, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we started talking and everything like this and things, man. We've been hanging out for like the last fucking month and everything like this, doing all this work and everything, and you just like disappear after a couple days, bro. It's like hurting my heart and shit. And I like literally said this. Okay? Now I don't have. If I say something like that, I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? But I want to. You know what I'm saying? I want to let him know that, yo, bro, you're valuable in my life, okay? If a motherfucker is valuable to me, I'm gonna fucking tell the guy, okay? That's just my style, right? So then I turn around and I tell him, like, bro, you know, I think you're valuable. Then next thing you know, he basically drops off the face of the earth, right? I'm like, okay, I see how this is going, right? So then I play his game for like a little bit. Oh man, that's such a cool picture on your fucking Facebook wall. You know what I'm saying? Oh dude, that's so fucking awesome. Right. And play that game, right? So then I was like, yo man, this motherfucker's trying to play me, bro. And then not only that, that motherfucker has one of my he's selling one of my products on his motherfucking websites, okay? And he ain't even give me a motherfucking commission. Okay, yeah. So I'm literally about to kill this cat. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not tripping, because first of all, that was like, and it's real complex, bro. Because on one hand, like, we have the material is good enough for him to sell. On another hand, we had planned to give that material away for free. On another hand, he has a completely different demographic than me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? It kind of doesn't matter. It kind of does, right? Okay. And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, okay, and I'm trying to see where he's painting, how he's painting these lines and shit. You see what I'm saying? Now, just because a guy is playing games with me doesn't necessarily mean he's not a cool ass motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And so, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so literally, like, it's at a point now where I'm like, you know, fuck this shit, man. I'll rip this shit up to shreds. I don't give a fuck. I've got enough material. I don't need this motherfucker shit. And frankly, you know what I'm saying? All I really want, all I've ever asked for is motherfuckers to be blatant with me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Take, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, look, man, you know what I'm saying? If you just want a couple extra bucks or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you want me to do you the solid, man, and handle that for you, bro, I'll do it for you. I have no problem with that, man. That's fam. That's what family does. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, all this other bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, and so I know dudes like trying to play that whole, like, I'm in the position. Well, I really don't give a shit. Like, he could drop off the face of the earth, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? As long as he ain't making money off my product, I don't give a fuck. He took it down. Good for him. I'm good for me, right? So anyway, what I'm saying is this, like, now, on the other hand, okay, I know some crazy ass rapport shit. Okay, as far as rapport is concerned, like getting somebody to identify with me, you know what I'm saying? Getting somebody to be like, damn, you know, I kind of dig this cat, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this cat is cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know crazy ass rapport shit that most people don't know, okay? It's neither here nor there, right? So then I turn around and, you know what I'm saying, rapport, you know what I'm saying, I know crazy ass rapport techniques and all this. There's no way that this motherfucker spent 35 hours, he ain't, you know what I'm saying, cool with me, laughing at my jokes, we laughing, having a fucking blast, and he ain't fucking connected with me too. It doesn't even make any fucking sense, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't want to lose a good fucking business partner, you know what I'm saying, behind some fucking shit. But the question is like, why would he even feel like he feels it's necessary to play that game with me? You see what I'm saying? Everything could have been cool anyway. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what about the chicks that find out, like, you know what I'm saying, that know the dirty, hardcore push-pull shit? You know what I'm saying? Like what happens then? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck happens then when the chick is something like myself, in combination to this guy who turns around and tries to, like, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work? Like, I mean,
it sounds like you and your,
because
it's like a little different. When I do that push pull, when I might disappear for a couple days, we're talking like within the first you know, like that's after like the first date or day 2 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I only play the game for.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, I always play the game, but you know, I'm only pulling hard like that, you know, when I'm first meeting or when I'm first like before sex has happened. Because after sex, I can kind of relax. It's like I don't have to play such an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more demonstrating the fact that I'm not needy and that I have my own life and that I got other shit going on besides her. Because the 20, 30 other guys that are trying to chase her, they're like, you know, they're like fucking buzzing flies around her. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like out with friends, and all of a sudden she keeps getting all these like "what up" texts or "hey, how you been?" You know, from guys she's not interested in. It's like I don't want to fall in the category of that guy. I want.
Yeah. But I totally feel you, man. Like for example, right? You know what I'm saying? I did an interview with Kat one time, right? You know what I'm saying? And we just started off, we were just friends and shit, right? But I turned around and do an interview with him, and we put it down hella hard. We fucking nailed it, man. We fucking killed it, right? Then the next one, he was like, well, I'm not really too sure. So he was still kind of testing the waters and shit, you know what I'm saying? To try to see, like, what kind of guy I am and all this other type of stuff. And, you know, I mean, you gotta understand, man, like, it's true, man. Look, man, if women didn't put up the kind of fucked up ass defenses, you see what I'm saying, that they did or that they have or in the past or whatever, you see what I'm saying, none of this shit would be necessary, am I correct? You know, you wouldn't have to display. I said, if women didn't put up the type of fucked up defenses that they did in the first place, you see what I'm saying, you wouldn't have to display shit. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to be like, okay, well, I'm a fucking alpha male of the group. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you display it, but you subconsciously display it. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these other guys are sitting there chasing me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
I got that from
this guy
a while back, man. You know, a few years ago. There was this girl that I was trying to bang, and it's like, I was hanging out at her house, totally being nice, you know, bringing over some fucking Martinelli sparkling cider, you know, trying to, you know, cook dinner, you know, and I'm thinking, like, I'm doing all these nice things. How come she fucking won't, you know, start making out with me? How come I can't get sex from her? And then I hear her checking her phone. She kept checking, you know how the good girls will check their text when they're not interested. Anyway, she's looking through her phone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I keep getting text from this guy right here. And she's like, but I don't understand. You know, I've been talking to this guy, and like we hung out, and, you know, we kind of hooked up. And it's like he hasn't even called me like in a week, and he, you know, you'd think he would at least call and check in. And I'm thinking in my head, I was like, oh man, I would call you every day. Oh, I would take care of you. And it's like that behavior is the shit that was not. And it's like when I started saying like.
Nah, it's bro. It wasn't the behavior that wasn't getting you laid. It was the fact that you didn't like remember how you was like, yo, within seconds I demonstrate like I'm a dominant dude and I know what my fucking what my reasons are there for. Like I know my reasons for being for fucking coming at you is not to fucking drink Martinellis and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make the transition between fucking talking friendly and sex as easily smooth and seamless as possible as I possibly can. Okay, you see what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not here for fucking Martinellis. And it was this chick, man. It was this Russian chick, man. You know what I'm saying? Fine, fucking chick, man. Early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Gorgeous and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just broke up with her husband. Fucking bad, right? And so she's turning around, and you know we're talking and all this other type of stuff, and I'm constantly sexually inclining on this chick, right? And she's Christian, right? This is the shit, right? It's a challenge, right? Because she's Christian, but then we've gone there sexually. You know how you could talk sexual ambiguity to the level where it's so borderline that you can easily tip it over the border, and no one's even gonna say anything because you're so close to the fucking border anyway. Yeah, so I keep doing that, and I keep, you know, pushing my fucking shit over there. You know what I'm saying? And she'll disappear, and I'll disappear, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of sort of play that cat and mouse game, right? Next thing you know, she's like, I think it's the knock on wood here, disgusting, or not, obviously shouldn't think it's disgusting, right? But, you know, I think it's XYZ when you fucking, when you come at me like this and all this other types of stuff. Okay, I've got two things that's going through my mind when she's saying that shit. Two things. Two fucking things. I've got A, she's in a shit ass fucking mood. Okay, she's just had her fucking car repossessed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? People, some guy just tried to fuck her over. You know what I'm saying? She's pulling her fucking hair out. She's pissed off to fucking wit's end. You know what I'm saying? And she just does not want to hear this shit right now. Okay, so that's option one. Option two is she could easily, by me saying, oh yeah, you know, whatever, I'll comply, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, like that, you know what I'm saying, I'm basically fucking myself. Okay, now it's true that if I had pulled instead of pushed, like I usually do, or, you know, had pushed or whatever, or pulled back instead of pushing or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or maybe if I got some more investment, because like I said, I'm always improving, I'm always looking to improve. If I had got a little bit more of investment from her, okay, then it would have been a different story. It's like she's invested in the conversation a lot more. I mean, first of all, the level of kinky fucking filth shit that I throw at women, okay, they have no choice but to invest. Okay, they're basically investing the fact that, you know what I'm saying, they're freaking in love with the fucking, you know, fucking very, very bad man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's basically the equivalent. You know what I'm saying? That comes with the price. You see what I'm saying? That price is commitment. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They're less likely to just, you know, with that commitment. So I don't know, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think what you're saying is if I had pulled back a little bit, you see what I'm saying, and, you know, and got her thinking like, but what I did was I was like, you know what, man, fuck this shit. And I'm literally thinking this shit. I'm like, you know what, fuck this shit, okay? Look, if this shit ain't gonna fucking click, then fuck it. I don't really give a fuck, bitch. Take me off your friends list, okay? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, and then she was like, oh, well, she's like, why? You know what I'm saying? You know, like, to ask why. I was like, look, you know what I'm saying? If this shit isn't gonna click, it's not gonna click. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and so on one hand, it's like, damn, should I had waited until she was more in the mood for that kind of talk to get into that? You see what I'm saying? Because I'm doing a lot of Facebook type game type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I do a lot of work and shit, so I do it for fun and shit, right? Okay, so it's like, should I had and see, the tricky thing about Facebook is this, right? Okay, like, somebody blocks you or something like that, they ain't no coming back. You see what I'm saying? There ain't no coming back from a block, because people people in general are too ashamed to admit when they're wrong. When's the last time somebody apologized to you, Brian? You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, just in general, like, was like, dude, you know, I fucked up and I'm sincerely, I apologize, instead of trying to play the, well, I was right and I did this and what are you trying to say? And, you know what I'm saying? When's the last time you didn't have somebody try to validate or justify their reason for their bullshit, and they just flat out and say, you know what, man, I just, you know, fucked up or whatever. Like, when's the last time that happened?
Very rare. Yeah.
It's rare in this fucking life, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? People drop each other like it's fucking hot potatoes nowadays, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's a culture thing, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm working around their ego and shit. And so, I don't know, man, I'm getting into a lot of personal study, area, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of experimental new shit, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of times it's not like she's trying to take advantage of you, it's just that she don't know no fucking better. She's like a kid, she doesn't have a map, you see what I'm saying, to get what she wants and what you want. You see what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is
how can she get what you
right now after some recent issues that just happened, but go on, continue.
Yeah. With Facebook, man, it's so easy to just press a button and fold your arms. But with text or phone or something, it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It's a different territory. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a different playing field. So it's got its advantages and disadvantages. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you can master it, be a craft of all masters. You know, that's some real shit. You know, man, like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking cool. So, what's the one thing, man, that you want fucking people to know, like, you know what I'm saying? And what's one area that you're just so focused on, like experimenting with? Because I love, you know what, man? I'd love to study your fucking push-pull shit. Like, the shit that you have, the potency and the efficiency of what you do. You know what I'm saying? You're like a heavyweight boxer, bro. You know what I'm saying? In the ring with a lightweight. You know what I'm saying? But he's graceful though. He's fucking graceful, man. It's like his fucking last name. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, how does one you know what I'm saying? How does one get in contact with you again and that type of information?
On Facebook, man. Ryan Jaunzemis, Jaunzemis, and cell phone is 702-417-7714. Dude, I appreciate that, man. That boxing thing. That's kind of cool metaphor. You guys got to come out, man. You in Venice, next time you're in Venice, Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, hey, man, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I'm gonna have to find out some of that secret game. You know what I'm saying, that you have, because you got some heavyweight stuff that I like to have under, you know, as a piece of repertoire to fuck around with. You know what I'm saying? Solid guy, man. Hey, man, this is fucking an amazing interview, man, with an amazing guy, man, and we'll catch you guys later.